Wow, there's like nobody on the road today. It's definitely expecting something a lot different. Today is like the Bastille Day of marijuana in the state of Oregon. So I wonder how many high drivers I'm gonna have to deal with. So today's topic goes out to DRCsyntax, who asked us, what are we nerdy about? I'm not really too fond of the word nerdy because I fell into that context when I was younger. To the point of I even had the shoved in the wall locker and ridiculed and wedgies and swirlies and all of that loveliness that comes from being a nerd in school. I like geekdom. Geekdom has a little better connotation to it. My geekdom is spread far and wide. My geekdom runs deep. Of course, there's the obvious. I love motorcycles. I love riding. I love motorsports. I think that's a better term. My love of motorsports extends from motorcycles. I have quads. I've got a ton of Subarus. Like I said before, I've got my Brat, my turbo hardtop, and then my wife has her daily driver, which is a 92 Legacy. And then we also have a 2013 BRZ. And my mother-in-law has a 98 Outback. My Brat was my basic training present to myself. I bought that right out of basic training. I'd always wanted a Brat, and I found one, brought it home, got it running. Well, it was running at the time, but barely. I've been slowly tinkering on it and doing craziness, I guess. It's got a 6-cylinder, 5-speed, dual transfer cases. It's sitting on a Nissan 4-wheel drive frame. It is my long-term as in lifetime project. And the hardtop is, of course, my daughter and my project. Right now she's only 10 and doesn't have a lot of interest in it. She just wants to drive it. Which I occasionally let her do. I take her out. She still has problems reaching the pedals, but she's growing into it. As far as other nerdy things, I absolutely love Legos. Legos are like my secret pleasure. I love building Legos, which I'll throw up some pictures of my kitchen. Above my countertops, I have all my Lego projects just sitting up there. It's not that I really go crazy about not taking them apart. It's just I don't. I put them together and then I like to look at them. But if my daughter ever expressed a want to like take one down and take it apart and play with it, then I don't see any problem with that. I'm not going to go all Lego movie and super glue everything together. And then there's also my video games. I love video games. Video games are actually what got me into an interest in YouTube. I watch a lot of video gamer channels, to include some of the really big ones like Total Biscuit and Jesse Cox. Most of the Polaris channel. Polaris. They say it funny for... I'm used to saying it Polaris, but they say it Polaris. So, I find that to be funny. My wife and I actually play World of Warcraft together, still. We've been playing it for years. The whole video game was actually a wedge in our marriage for the longest time. But then World of Warcraft came around, and I sat her down and made her a character and said, you will play this for 5 minutes and just get an idea of, my life, what I enjoy. And she did, and she sat down, and the 5 minutes turned into an hour, and an hour turned into a lifetime. And it's a great way for us to spend time together, regardless of where I'm at in the world. We can still sit down and go run through a dungeon or do some quests or something together. I'd say it's actually one of those things that has strengthened and brought our marriage closer together. Matter of fact, last November, her and I drove down to Anaheim and went to the BlizzCon. It was a great time. Absolutely enjoyed that. I love going out and being just immersed into the culture that I love. It's kind of the same when I go up to the West Coast Subaru show or the big Northwest Subaru show, or when just me and my riding buddies get together for the weekend. Generally, I'm a really quiet, introverted kind of guy, but you get me around my passions, or get me talking about my passions, and, well, you can tell now that it really does open me up. But then again, I think that goes for pretty much all people. Everyone will open up about their passions in life. Well, off to another day of work. Fun, fun, fun.